Imagine waking up every morning with a quiet but unshakable certainty. The kind that tells you your life is moving forward, not standing still. You are getting closer to your version of wealth, not just financially, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Imagine knowing that your life is not drifting through chance or luck, but being shaped intentionally by the way you think, the way you act, and the standards you refuse to lower. Today we are going to explore what it truly means to think rich. Not pretend rich, not temporarily successful, but deeply wealthy, from the inside out. Because real wealth is never just about money. It is about building a powerful mindset, strengthening your discipline, stabilizing your emotions, and ultimately, creating a reality that reflects who you have chosen to become. As Henry David Thoreau once said, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. At the center of every wealthy person lies a simple but powerful truth. Money flows toward those who think in abundance, not those who live in scarcity. Long before the bank account changes, the inner story changes. Everything begins with one force: desire. Before any form of wealth can appear in your life, there must be a desire that burns. Not a weak wish, not a passing preference, but a desire so clear and emotionally charged that it begins organizing your behavior automatically. Average thinkers say, "I hope I can." Wealth builders say, "I will." And here is my first step. A rich mind understands something most people overlook. Every setback carries a lesson. Every failure holds information. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" To them, setbacks are not punishments. They are strategic feedback guiding the next move. But desire alone is not enough. Desire must be supported by belief. Wealthy individuals do not merely want success, they operate as if success is only a matter of time. Their confidence is not loud. It is not theatrical. It is quiet certainty. Napoleon Hill wrote that faith activates the subconscious mind, transforming thoughts into real-world outcomes. When a belief is repeated often enough, the brain stops questioning it and begins organizing behavior around it. Tell yourself daily, every day, in every way, I am becoming more capable and more abundant. Your brain is always listening, especially when you speak to yourself. The conversation inside your mind is the one shaping your future. This is why repeated self-direction, what psychologists often call self-suggestion, is one of the most powerful tools successful people use whether they realize it or not. Because repeated thoughts are never harmless. They are instructions. Research in psychology shows that when the brain is exposed to consistent internal language and vivid mental pictures, neural pathways strengthen around those beliefs. Eventually, the mind stops treating them as possibilities and starts recognizing them as identity. You are no longer chasing success. You are becoming the kind of person for whom success feels natural. Begin each morning and close each night with deliberate words. I am worthy of success and prosperity. Wealth is both my right and my responsibility. My thoughts are shaping my future. This is not wishful thinking. It is neurological conditioning. As Earl Nightingale famously said, "You become what you think about most." Wealth is far less about external conditions than many people believe. It is primarily about internal structure. Consider the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, a concept introduced by psychologist Carol Dweck. The fixed mindset whispers, "I either have talent or I don't." The growth mindset declares, "I can learn, I can adapt, I can improve." Wealthy thinkers almost instinctively choose growth. Failure is not humiliation. It is refinement. Look at Elon Musk. Before becoming one of the most influential entrepreneurs in modern history, he faced exploding rockets near bankruptcy, public criticism, and relentless pressure. Yet he treated every failure as engineering data, not personal defeat. Wealthy people are not fearless. They are simply unwilling to interpret failure as final. Another invisible barrier to wealth is the tension that arises when desire clashes with self-image. Many people say they want success, yet quietly believe, "I don't deserve it. People like me don't become wealthy. This internal conflict keeps them stuck. Wealth begins the moment identity aligns with ambition. Tell yourself, I deserve prosperity, and I honor it with disciplined action. Wealth is built when who you believe you are matches where you intend to go. For decades, thinkers have attempted to decode the architecture behind success. Napoleon Hill outlined principles that continue to appear in the lives of high performers across generations. It begins with desire, the emotional engine that sharpens focus. Faith follows, turning thought into expectation. Repeated self-direction shapes the subconscious, influencing decisions long before you are aware of them. Then comes specialized knowledge. Wealthy individuals do not try to know everything. They focus on what truly matters and apply it with precision. Consider Warren Buffett. His advantage has never been information alone. Millions have access to information. His advantage is disciplined interpretation. Ideas, after all, are the seeds of wealth. Every company, every innovation, every movement began as a thought someone took seriously. But imagination without structure dissolves into fantasy. Organized planning turns vision into motion. Build practical plans. Execute them daily. Decision is another dividing line. Wealth builders tend to decide quickly because clarity comes from values, not moods. Once committed, they adjust carefully rather than abandoning direction at the first sign of discomfort. Then comes persistence, the force multiplier. As Winston Churchill said, success is walking from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. No visionary builds alone. Strong alliances, circles of driven, capable individuals expand perspective and accelerate growth. Even emotion can become fuel. Directed passion generates endurance, far beyond what discipline alone can sustain. Meanwhile, your subconscious mind acts as an internal compass. Program it intentionally, and it will guide you toward aligned decisions even when logic hesitates. Think of your brain as a broadcasting station. Your dominant thoughts transmit signals, shaping the opportunities you notice, the risks you take, and the people you attract. Over time, many high performers develop what feels like a sixth sense. It is not mystical. It is refined intuition. Pattern recognition born from clarity and repetition. When these principles reinforce one another, they create a mental environment where wealth becomes a natural byproduct. But philosophy means little without daily behavior. Wealthy individuals build systems instead of relying on bursts of motivation. Begin your morning with visualization. Spend a few minutes seeing your future as if it is already being constructed. Repeat affirmations that stabilize your identity. Write down one meaningful goal. And most importantly, define your first action before the world floods your attention with distraction. Tell yourself each morning, today, I act with confidence and clarity. Midday, pause, reset your focus. A few slow breaths, a moment of mental order. Remind your nervous system that you are operating from intention, not reaction. In the evening, reflect honestly. What did I learn today? What moved me forward? What am I grateful for? Progress accelerates when awareness meets effort. History offers countless examples of minds that chose expansion over limitation. Oprah Winfrey transformed hardship into influence by focusing on meaning rather than fame. Richard Branson built an empire by leaning into boldness instead of waiting for certainty. Michael Jordan, once cut from his high school team, turned rejection into ignition. Failure became fuel. True wealth thinking is not only psychological, it is philosophical. Stoic thinkers reminded us that while external events are often beyond our control, our response is always ours to command. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond. Markets fluctuate, people disappoint, plans collapse. But a composed mind remains powerful under pressure. Existential philosophy adds a deeper truth. You are the author of your meaning. When purpose is chosen deliberately, wealth often follows as a side effect of committed living. Anchor your days with reinforcing language. I am worthy of abundance. Wealth reflects the value I create. My thoughts are powerful forces. I act with purpose and persistence. Opportunities move toward my focus. Repeat them until they feel less like statements and more like descriptions of who you are. Understand this clearly. Becoming wealthy is rarely about luck or privilege. It is about mental structure, consistent action, emotional resilience, and unshakable belief. Your thoughts shape your character. Your character shapes your habits. Your habits shape your direction. And your direction shapes your wealth. Napoleon Hill captured it perfectly. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. When you think rich, you begin to act rich, not extravagantly, but intentionally. And when your actions align long enough with that identity, you no longer chase wealth. You become someone wealth is naturally drawn toward. And the shift, it begins quietly, invisibly, within the territory of your own mind.